If you've struggled with stress, balance, or burnout, and simply felt discouraged or even defeated, if you're ready to move from force to flow and enjoy ultimate Zen success in your career, health, or relationships, then this podcast is for you. Your host, Carissa Sims, is an entrepreneur, corporate consultant, best-selling author, meditation teacher, and healer who has found her own Zen success. Here's your host, Carissa.
Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with Andre Henry.
Yep.
Code name Black Wolf.
Hey, how's it going, Carissa?
Pretty good. Did I give away your secret? Is it okay?
You're fine. That's what people call me.
Okay. Black Wolf or Andre? What do I call you?
People that I do taxes for and help them with investing, they call me Black Wolf, but you can call me Andre.
Okay. Wow. That is freaking awesome. I'm like looking at this. Are you cozy? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm comfortable now.
We're going to inspire people to be millionaires, right?
Yeah, we definitely help them along the route, create and generate.
Awesome. Let me just tell you, my son, he's 9 years old and he loves wolves. Like he would seriously lose his mind if I told him I talked to someone named Black Wolf. He'd be like, no way. I'm going to show him this. It's going to be he's got wolves all over his room.
I got a dream catcher wolf. I love wolves. Yeah.
You do? Okay.
I got a wolf tatted. I love wolves.
You do?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Now, have you ever been to a wolf sanctuary or like interacted with wolves?
Nah, I haven't got that close to them. I messed with panthers and stuff when I was in Mexico, but I'm gonna get there. I'm taking it a step at a time. Okay.
So let me be an inspiration for you to do that. I'm going to hook you up. I'll tell you the places you could go to because it's incredible. It's incredible. And my son wrote a book called the Denali Wolf Pack. So wolves and you and him have that in common. I want to talk a little bit about Andre, but first of all, let's talk about his partner. His partner can't be here today, right? Is she your...
Yeah, she got a doctor's appointment. She can't make it today.
Yeah, she can't make it. But I did want to talk about her a little bit, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Because you guys wrote this book together.
Yeah. She came up with the 10 Irrefutable Laws. And we just went chapter to chapter with each other and put it all together.
That's awesome. Okay. So his partner is Sierra Brown, professional track athlete. She was ranked 8th in the world in 2019. For what event?
The 800 meters.
Ooh, she's fast and a little bit of endurance. I ran track in high school, so I know a little bit. She graduated from Hampton University with a psychology degree and hopes to help people around the world who are struggling mentally from post-adolescent stress or stress in general. Sierra has dedicated most of her life on and off the track, mentoring young athletes and non-athletes. She helps these individuals build their self-esteem mentally, which helps build confidence with themselves. By doing that, that promotes better performance in their everyday lives. And Andre, how did you two meet?
We actually, when I ran track in high school, I saw her in high school. We actually just seen each other over the years. I ran in college too. We saw each other in conference. And we actually didn't really talk till like after college and everything.
So you guys weren't really connected, but you knew of each other? Like you never talked to each other?
Yeah, we didn't really say anything. We didn't really talk until she had like tax problems and I helped her with her taxes. And then after that, we talked, yeah.
Oh, so she heard about you from someone else? How did she know that you did that?
A lot of people know I do taxes, so it was just like repeat and referral business because I do a lot of people taxes that I went to school with or just like around in the community. So she heard about me and then I helped fix her books.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's awesome. Now, are you together romantically?
Yeah, we were engaged.
Oh, engaged. Congratulations. When are you getting married?
April.
Oh, that's coming up. Very exciting. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, so Andre is a freaking rock star. All right. I mean, this bio, I'm sure, doesn't even do him service. So we're going to dive deeper in getting to know Andre. He's a financial life coach, and he was a dual major in business and finance, a graduate from Wilmington University. He has experience with Fortune 500 companies, worked at JP Morgan as a trader, and at Exelon as a cost accountant. Andre was also a brand ambassador for Shark Tanks Daymond John, in which he became a member of the Shark Group. So we're going to dive deep into that. And Andre currently helps over 500 individuals. Well, I hope you have a team.
Yeah. It's definitely a team now. It's like a team of like 30 of us now. Yeah. It's too many people now.
You wouldn't have time to talk to me, I'm sure. And taxes using DreamAgain's product and services. So underrepresented communities suffer from a psychological and financial genocide. Now that's interesting. I want to learn more about that too, what you mean by that, because that just feels powerful. Like it feels like such a strong truth and mission from your heart. And Andre and his partners here have committed to help fixing that issue. Welcome, Andre.
Hello. Thanks for having me. I appreciate you having me on today.
Yeah, that's amazing. So let's go deep into who you are and how you've become just a model for everyone out there. I mean, your success has just been phenomenal. And I can just tell from your heart that you're looking to help as many people as possible. And if you can see behind Andre, this is his latest book, From Orphan to Self-Made Millionaire. So I want to hear about this. Tell me about yourself and where you grew up. What was your environment like?
Okay, so I grew up in a couple different environments. I started off in Chester, PA. It's like a poverty town. Like we don't even have McDonald's in Chester. So
PA, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, Chester, Pennsylvania. It's a small city. Grew up in Section 8. I lost both of my parents at the age of 8. And then I moved out of the Section 8. I moved into Drexel Hill, where it was predominantly white. So I've been in like both economic structures. I just seen different environments. How
did you lose your parents?
My mother, it was a car accident on 95. It was a big collision. She it was like 18 car collision. She got hit by a truck on 95. And then she was like one exit away, and then she just didn't make it home. And then my dad only seen my father one time.
And then he wasn't really
he disappeared. And then after that, pretty much my grandma took us in. Well, the ones that she could, because by state, she only could have, you gotta have that certain capacity. I got 4 brothers, 2 sisters, so she couldn't really hold all of us. So she, some of them got pushed into the orphanages. Mm-hmm. And we got split up, but she moved us out of Chester and we went to Drexel Hill. So when we went to Drexel Hill, I went to different elementary schools. So we went from like a predominantly black neighborhood, rough neighborhood, to predominantly white. So it was just a whole change, and we dealt with like racism and everything. So we dealt with both sides. Just growing up, I seen like both worlds, like the tragic of each. And then, over time, I got into athletics and everything. And then I just grew relationships with different ethnicities. I went to Upper Darby High School. It's one of the most diverse schools in, in the tri-state. So I pretty much got to hang around different cultures and just got the feel for people and then where they came from, and got a deeper meaning of where they come from. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah. And then how did you get into running? Did you find that you had a natural talent or?
All my family fast. So all of us, my older brother, Walter, actually was, him and my sister, Drev, ran track when we moved over here, and they was just naturally good. So they had us on the hill racing each other. We always would race each other. And if we could keep up with them, we'd do good in the race, because my brother, he was like state champion.
Oh
like
my
400, 4x4, 4x1. He always brought home medals. So like it influenced me. So I saw him doing it. He played football, wrestling. So he was like he was like one of my father figures, like, cause we didn't have, and he just, he did everything. He was just like working like 2 jobs, doing track, playing football, wrestling. So he had a big impact on me. And my other brother played football as well. So like all of us are just naturally athletic. So yeah, I think it's just in the genes for real.
Yeah. And did you guys get along? Like, did your older brother really take on being a father figure, because you were with your grandmother, right?
Yeah. I mean, it was my grandmother and my grandpa. Like my grandpa was like, he was like a father figure to me as well, but he passed away from cancer. So it impacted the family.
How old were you when he passed away?
I made it through, like, I was like a sophomore in college, by then junior in college. But like,
I grew up,
I grew up with him, and he was a good impact on me. And then my brother, he pretty much, like, he bought me clothes and stuff like that. So it was just like, because my grandmom and my grandpa, bought what they could afford, like we as farming mill babies. Is it like people would understand that? But my brother would give me like the fashion stuff like everybody was wearing, because I didn't really feel like I fit in places, because I had like, my clothes wasn't up to date. So, but over time I learned that it really didn't mean nothing, but it was just good that he was there to help me like get through like the environments, because he was experiencing himself.
Yeah. And then what about finance and math? Did you find that you really thrived in math in school?
So it's funny when I like transferred over to the Drexel Hill area, I was like behind. I was in remedial classes to like 6th grade, 7th grade. But the one subject that I actually got down was math. Miss Abel at Westbrook Park and Mr. Ryan were pretty much like big influences on me. I reached out to them.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I thanked them because they saw like I had an ability with numbers, and like it helped me transition out of those other classes. Like math was like my pathway as I got older.
That's beautiful. Isn't that amazing how a teacher can make such a positive influence in your life? I mean, they can make a negative influence too. I mean, by what they say, but they really believed in you. And then that's amazing. And so, okay. So then you go on and then you applied to college. And why the double major?
Dual major. So I went to school. I was just going to be an accounting major because my uncle was an accountant, and his kids were like well off. They went to like Harvard, Brown University, stuff like that. And I'm just like, well, if you're an accountant, and he from Chester as well, he broke his primary family cycle. So I just saw it from him, and then I applied, and I ended up getting a scholarship for track and academic. Because, by that time I was doing well academic wise.
Wow.
I went to be an accountant, and then my roommate was Neil Shah. He came from like India, and he was just like, we was both like majors. He was like, yo, let's do a major. And I was just like, why not? He was just like, yeah, help us, be more marketable, in the job market and things of that nature. Yeah. So me and him,
he really inspired you and motivated.
Yeah. Because we used to compete with each other on everything. Yeah. So it's just like we used to help each other because it was like a collaboration, and then it was more of a comrade. So we pretty much picked up finance and accounting, and then like we'd just teach each other. Each side. So I'd take accounting for a week, he'd take finance, and then we'd just go through each other's notes and stuff like that. And we just like worked with each other through that. So it was pretty good. And, I end up dropping accounting. And then I went to business and finance because I felt like I had a good hold on accounting. I wanted to learn like the business side of things and the finance side of things, because I know that's how businesses operate. So by like junior year, I'll focus more on the business and finance aspect of things.
Oh, amazing. Okay, so now let's get to later on in life. And Tell me about what happened when you got out of school. I mean, did you work for a company? Like, what happened?
What happened? So like, I mean, junior year, I founded DreamAgain. DreamAgain is basically like Martin Luther King's dream, and I turned it to a company.
Oh, I love it.
It's like just dealing with all the cultures and stuff like that. I found that racism is more of like economics. It's not really like the individuals that I meet. So just looking at life from that perspective, just knowing like certain things were set up a certain way. I founded DreamAgain and just took different concepts and built on it. Post graduation, I worked for JP Morgan as a trader, like I syndicated corporate loans. I was a trader, and then I did that for like.
Did you also have your company at the same time?
Yeah, but I wasn't like doing doing too much activity on there because of restrictions from the company and everything. I was just more of like just writing down ideas and just building concepts of where I can take it, once if I, like when I lead a company, because I always knew like I wasn't like, I'm not just a worker, like I want to work for myself as well. And then I traded at JP Morgan for like 2 years. And then I read a bunch of books and learned like the foundation of the company, and I really felt like it wasn't for me. I'm not a big follower behind JP Morgan. I know they syndicated the loans that messed up Latin America, Africa, the Jackal Island. So like I learned the history of it, the roots of it.
Wow.
And then
good for you. You mean you're ethical.
Yeah. And I'm like, you
have a heart.
2008 crash, I could see like everything that occurred. Like they pretty much broke up the loan. So like I learned that aspect of the company, and I'm just like, wow, it's like a lot of things that go on from this company. And then I end up, leaving, and then I focus more on DreamAgain. And then, I picked up, energy company contracts just to get the cost accounting aspect down. And I ended up, I started.
What do you mean? Like you had your own consulting business?
Yeah. So like, I was doing like contracts for like 3-6 months, and they'd pay my EIN. And then,
because that's pretty impressive. I mean, you say it nonchalantly, but to just like jump in to starting your own company and having these big contracts, that's a big deal. I mean, did you get like, it was through a referral?
It's nonchalant now, but it was definitely a process. It was hard, like during the times, because just to like leave, I was just like, I just felt like it wasn't, like I was working for like the wrong people, like, cause where I come from, coming from Section 8 and stuff, I'm basically contributing to like that. And that's where my family at. So like, I'm in the bigger picture now, and I'm sitting behind the operations of it. And it's just like, I'm operating and I'm making where I come from even worse. So it's just like, there's a lot of people still sitting there today and they still working in there. But I was just like, I got have an extra route. So, I put 15% of 401k rolled into the Roth IRA, caught EV early, and I outperformed the S&P by 700%. It's like, I didn't know, like, because, like when you invest, it's like some things is uncertain, but I just like analyzed sectors, and I read a lot of books about it, and I created my own algorithms to pretty much help me with like day trading and make like everyday money.
Oh,
and then,
wow. Okay, wait, can I just stop you for a second? Do you have a software program? Because you said you created algorithms.
Yeah. So I use the Thinkorswim platform, but I took like different criteria, and then that I learned from like just like the different like European volume, share structure, and then just different things that I learned just within the bank, just watching transactions occur. Like I was able to build different studies around it, and then once I did that, I pretty much can catch a play on a daily basis. Like I haven't found a play in like 3 years. So like, and I can get in and out of stock like pretty easy, like 25, 40%, sometimes 200% gains in a matter of like 10 minutes. So,
oh my God.
Yeah, like it happens, but I'm like, it's humbling because it's like, it came over time. Like I didn't know it would happen like this, because like the chat room started with 30 people this year. Now we have like 1,200 or something like that. And it's just like, you know, I help people like just understand like just like financial tools and concept, how to like exit their jobs, how to roll their 401ks into self-directed IRAs, Roth IRAs. So I learned all the like financial aspects about it. I met up with, you know, I was in like the Forbes meetings. I met up with the college backer CEO and started my own DreamAgain education fund. So it was like 529 plan. I reached out to Lively, started a DreamAgain HSA. So that's like education and health expenses 100% write-off. And then I just did a partnership with Divvy for business credit, ADP, pretty much.
What's Divvy? What's
Divvy is that's like a business credit company. So they pretty much about like business credit cards. So like I talk with them so I can help like all these individuals in the chat room establish business credit.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so like I just been building the asset. Like I built the business. Like I was working in the business a lot when I was just doing people taxes. Yeah. Now I kind of like backed out and I started like a tax franchise where I established like 5 key partnerships that help individuals, you know, start their own tax franchise, bring their brand. They keep everything, you know, keep as like a 5 for 5 deal. That's what I call it. So like I just create programs like assets now to pretty much help me, you know, maintain and keep it going, you know?
Yeah.
So like,
because you can live off of the income.
Exactly.
Can we talk about like your purpose, your truth? Because we talked a little bit about it and you really, you know, touch on that about financial genocide and like psychological genocide. You know, what's happening in these communities and how can you help, or how do you see yourself helping?
So like the way I look at it is like, if you just look at it like, you know, like a white male, you know, their income to buying power is like 13.6 trillion. If you look at the general group, you know, all, like if people like Asians is at like 1.2 trillion, Blacks is at 1.6, Hispanics is at like 1.8 trillion. So if you just look at that, like 13, it's just like if I went out for credit and I got 13.6 trillion, you know, that like income to borrowing power versus somebody with a 1.6, you can just see the difference right there on the larger scale. So I just feel like, you know, but at the same time, individuals just been building wealth through like different vehicles, through like small business, like these 529 plans, the HSAs, you know, putting their family on payroll. So like I reached out and found all these relationships and I try to introduce it to the community. Some people just so fixated, you know, it's a psychological genocide because, you know, in school we learn about apartheid, slavery, civil rights. Like most of our HBCUs was like not even founded by Black individuals. You know, they was funded in the like 1900 bus ride. All the rich people from New York funded all the schools and churches of the South. So it's just like, it's not like the purpose of it was like cheap labor, you know, it's like, it was meant for like us to work and then cheap labor, you know, artificial intelligence can wipe us out because, you know, Black males is the most unemployed. It was like 16% or something like that. But it's like, I felt like that's why like I think racism is more economics. It's not like purposefully. It's like some companies out here that has purpose to help, but it's just like the way things just been set up and the mindset that people are in from like just the environments and how they are set up. Mm-hmm. It's hard for us to, you know, come up. Like I'm grateful that I seen other environments because if I just like stayed in Chester and just learned that environment, I don't think we'd be having this conversation today. So I'm the individual, you know, I lost my parents, whatever, but it's like at the same time, I seen the opportunity in my path, you know, like I reached out and made key relationships, strategic relationships to help, you know, bring that opportunity to those environments. They're used to me because they know I'm from there. So like I can have that conversation down to that level, you know, somebody that's like, you know, that grew up within these certain environments, like middle class or middle class, they don't understand. Yeah. They can't have that communication line from somebody from Section 8 or from the hood. I can go to any hood and people in the chat room, all from like all different demographics. Yeah. And it's international now because we started, the DreamAgain podcast in Africa. So like now we got Africa. So we talk to people from all poverty lines. And it's just like, I try to teach people, if you make 35K in the US, you're in the 1% of the world. I'm talking to people in Africa that don't even make $1 a day. Like that, like you should just look at it. That's like the perspective that I learned.
Yeah, it's like an opportunity. Like a lot of people will think like 35,000 is not a lot, but you can turn it into so much more. It's an opportunity, right? So that's what you're saying.
Yeah. So like I try, like that's what I talk to them on that level. I'm like, well, if you make 35K, you're in Section 8, you put in like Ross 529 plans, you can create an opportunity for the next generation, even if you gotta be the one that hustle and do it. Like, but some people selfish or something like that. So like my purpose is just let them like bring that awareness to the culture, because it's like nobody really come back in once they leave out. So like if I could at least set up financial instruments to help or just bring that to their attention that can change, their kids' future at least, or even theirs if they make the right investment. I want that to be there. And I feel like that's my purpose. My purpose is to help individuals that's, undervalued on a individual or global scale, like within any environment. I just feel like people are undervalued everywhere. And it doesn't really matter. A culture is just like, people should feel inspired when they wake up. So, I mean, that's like the highest act of like humans. So I feel like if my story can have that type of impact on somebody, I tell them and just let them know, like, I'll be a helping hand, like throughout your process.
That's amazing. Do you want to talk about your book a little bit and how that can help, how that can be a tool for people if they feel stuck in their lives?
The book is it goes in detail of like every struggle that I ever went through. Like the person that I am today, the confidence that people see, you're going to read about all the hardship that I had to face, just, losing my mother, seeing my father once. You're going to read about Sierra's story, her mother not being in her life. And then raised by just her father, all the emotions, all the grit, like everything that it took for to change the current life and, just coping with your, like some of the laws is like you gotta cope with your problems, you gotta face it. You gotta reborn, you gotta rebirth yourself. You just you just gotta love yourself. And then it's gonna help elevate you to the next level. So it's gonna go like in detail and it's gonna give you like your own like personal interaction with our stories and you just tell your story. And it's gonna help you through those stages. Cause I feel like a lot of people are scared to admit, their trauma or what they going through, like they cover it up,
Oh yeah, that was me. Oh, totally. I never admitted it. Oh yeah, I was hiding because, I didn't want to be identified with that. I didn't want to be like, oh, I'm this victim. This happened to me. So I just pushed it down and it came up as disease in me,
Yeah. Because
it's like self-love is so important. And to talk about it is a way of healing and loving yourself.
Narrative therapy. That's like the approach that she was coming with is like narrative therapy. Because I never really like I could never really open up to people. Like I pretty much like, it was the first time I like put everything that I felt on page. And it's was
that like challenging to go? Did you feel like you were reliving it?
Yeah, like I felt how I felt during those stages. Like it was time I got emotional while writing it because I felt it again. And it was it was like years. I covered it up with everything, like sports, everything, like it's like I was covering it up with everything and I wasn't really facing my trauma. And now I can just I can talk about it. Like I don't have if somebody asks me, I'll be like, yeah, that's how I felt. Like I could talk to my brothers and like, man, my brothers, like my sisters, like we could, like I talk to them because it's like I got through it and they happy for me, but they still facing the same trauma. So it's just like, I'm closest to them because it's like they feel how I felt. Like I feel like everybody's trauma is different, but when it's something close like your mom
Yeah.
And you lose her at such a young age, and how it's going to impact your life. You know, your brothers and sisters, they pretty much like, you know, a reflection of you. So like they know that pain and agony. So like I talk to them daily and just try to, you know, help them get through their trauma. Cause that's, you know, it works both sides. Like I listen to them and then they listen to me, and then it helps with the whole like solution.
That's amazing. What a good sibling. What a good brother you are to your family. Yeah. That's so awesome. Okay, now I want to go into some, like, how did you meet Daymond John and get to be a brand ambassador for him? It was for his clothing line, right?
So it was the Rise and Grind book. He had like an open poll, and he pretty much was selecting, like, I think it was like 100 entrepreneurs at the time. And then you know, I just submitted DreamAgain. I told him, you know, like about like the concept behind it,
yeah.
the meaning behind it.
Oh, I bet he loved it.
Yeah. I submitted the application, and then once I submitted the application, I was chosen. And this is why I was working in the bank, so I was happy, because this is the same time I'm learning all the because I was unaware. Like I didn't even know much about JP Morgan. Like I didn't know like what they did. Like they helped the Osh family buy the New York Times, so people won't know. But it's like I didn't know this, so I'm like reading it, and then I applied to it, and it's like everything like fell into place. Like I felt like it was more, it's not universal God, whatever people want to believe is God for me, but like it was that. And then once I did that, once I was selected, it just opened up all these doors. I started meeting more millionaires, like these people I can collab with, and his Rise and Grind.
At that point, were you a millionaire? At that point?
Oh no! At that point, I was working. So I wasn't.
Yeah, but you could be working at a millionaire. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. It's smart to like when you offsetting, but
not yet.
At that point, I was I just got into real estate. So like,
okay,
I was the brand ambassador. He was teaching me like marketing tactics. He pretty much put a group of entrepreneurs like the Shark group together, and we all like pretty much a community, and we stayed connected. Everybody keep up with each other's brands. And we was basically like, he was sending us different locations set up to promote his book. You know, he'd do like different events for us. So it was pretty cool.
That is cool.
Yeah. And then he had like the meeting up New York after the end of it, like pretty much like sending us gift cards and stuff like that. So it was a good experience, and it just opened my door up to more entrepreneur like thoughts and pathways, how people were building, like creating communities, and it like influenced me to create my own.
Yeah, because it's almost like that was your destiny, because you were vibrating at that level, and spirit in the universe, whatever you believe in, said, okay, it's time. Go learn from these people, go learn from these masters, and then you can do it too. And then it's like you could see a path there probably when you saw how they replicated this process, right?
It definitely turned to like a tunnel vision. Like I've been laser focused since. Like I'm even laser focused now. It's just crazy because I still, it's like, it's surreal. Like I'm like sitting in the room with Raymond Aaron, and he got paid like $1 million to do a speech, and oh
my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm like, he asking me for my opinions, and I'm like, bro, I'm like, and
you just got $1 million for this talk.
Right. I'm like, yo, he asking me my opinion. So it's been pretty cool. Like, and just meeting up with these different CEOs, I'm just like, wow, maybe I'm like who I think I am. Like you start getting that belief, and that belief is so powerful, because once you start believing like your vision, it's just like, it's going to put you on a different frequency, and then that frequency is going to keep growing. That's why I know I'm not done, because I got a lot more in store.
Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, so from everything you've been through, do you have any tips or resources to help our audience overcome any obstacles, like from broken homes, or if they've suffered tragedy or trauma in their life?
If you suffered tragedy or trauma, I would just say first cope with it. You know, just accept everything that life gives to you. Like everything happens for a reason. You know, find the meaning in your pain. Yeah, just find that meaning in your pain. And then after that, you want to just like establish habits on a daily basis to get you through, you know, like not take your mind off it per se, but build on something new that, you know, that's going to grow.
That's amazing. So how can people hire you or work with you? I mean, I can put your website in the show notes, or do you want them to buy your book? What's your dream now? How can we support you?
So I started the DreamAgain book club. I got a lot of different things set up. So I started DreamAgain book club to help individuals retain 100% royalties, get international exposure, and just and then I got like the Wolf Pack, teaching you financial literacy, you know, giving all those financial tools to those individuals, helping individuals set up tax franchises, helping individuals create their own algos. I created a general set to pretty much give to people to help, you know, get a steady income on a short-term basis. And then I did all those deals, like I was stating before, like the 529 HSA funds to help them build generational wealth, business credit as well. We actually got partnered with the NASDAQ mentor maker. So if you're interested, we can get you a mentor or mentee spot. If you got a good background, doesn't matter what background you come from. Whatever you do, like you can be like a trucker or like anything, any entrepreneur. So I pretty much just reach out to me, DreamAgain_the_legacy on Instagram. You can contact us, Orphan a Self-Made Millionaire.com.
And can you buy the book on Amazon?
Yeah, the book's on Amazon. It's on Amazon. It's in UK. It's in Haiti. Yeah, it's global. It's global. Yeah.
Awesome.
And then you know, you can just reach out to me. I add people to the Wolf Pack. It's an open community. You can see the algo at work on a daily basis. I catch something every morning.
My God. This is an opportunity. If anyone is listening to this right now, this is an opportunity. I mean, seriously, because you are a wizard at stocks. I mean, there's something in you that just clicks when you see, I don't know how you invest in stocks or what is it that you're investing in?
So, I mean, I'm more of like a wealth builder. So I build on assets. So like I invest in like the tax-free money market accounts, and then I just day trade to build more assets. So like I'm more of a wealth builder, like, because, you know, like capital gains, you know, you can make money, but there's like 35-39% is going to go to Uncle Sam of your profits. You know, in reality, it's like 50% when you do your tax filing because your accountant's going to try to take the fee. But it's like once you learn like the offsets, like the business side of it, like you can learn like, you know, I'm an accountant first before I'm a trader, but I know how to trade. So it's like, you know, travel's 100% write-off, food's 100% write-off. A phone 100% write-off, Wi-Fi is 100% write-off. So I know all the like business aspect within the assets. So like I would take the funds instead of paying the IRS or Uncle Sam, I would reinvest into assets so it can offset my capital gains and modify my adjusted gross income. So like I play the wealth game, and then I invest into these tax-free vehicles because I know I don't have to report them on you know, my scheduling like at the end of the year.
I see something for you. I don't know if you've ever thought about this, like an app or a board game for kids. There's something for.
That's a good idea.
So, because just like centralizing everything that you do in a fun way, I think that would be really cool and something that.
It's so crazy that you said that because that's like that's my idea. Like when you look at like the DreamAgain concepts, it's like Facebook investing into like a metaverse right now. So like they stopped funding like Facebook, like the social app. And like the metaverse is like a 3D world, like for kids and stuff. Like it's going to be for like individuals, but like I want the same type concept, but I'm gonna do it for kids. Like that's like my big vision, like just to put kids on the right path, you know, to follow their dreams. That's what like DreamAgain about. So it's like connecting to dreamers at a young age. Like that's what like our cartoon concept is about. It's basically it's in a copyright process, but like that's what's gonna come out. It's gonna be cool. And
okay. Well, reach out to me separately if you want to talk about that.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's fine. I just don't want to
that'd be awesome.
I don't want to give somebody some ideas and they run off on them.
Okay, I know. Yeah. What can we do? Right. So it was amazing to talk with you. You're so inspiring, and I know you're going to influence so many people's lives. And just from my heart, thank you. Thank you.
I appreciate you for having me.
Oh, my pleasure.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Zen Success. I would love to get your feedback at zensuccesspodcast.com on what topics you'd be most interested in and what Zen success is to you. Thanks for listening.